I did a 30-day beat challenge when I finally did come onto YouTube. And with that challenge, I used nothing but stock plugins and free plugins and cheap plugins. And what's funny, I'm going to tell you a story about a lead that a potential client that was a lead that ended up not becoming a client at all. And it's because of this story right here. So yeah, with that 30-day beat challenge, I used, just whatever I had available to me, because I had just started YouTube months ago, and I had a paid gig, but not enough money to, start buying plugins and so on and so forth. That ended up losing me a client because they wanted to buy 2 of those beats exclusively. I was like, yeah, I just made those during a 30-day beat challenge. I didn't even use expensive plugins. Those were all stock plugins and cheap sounds. And or I didn't even say that. I just said those were all stock plugins. I didn't say the word cheap, because then it makes it obvious, like, oh, well, that's why. But no, that's not what I said. I said all stock plugins. And he also happened to be a producer, by the way. And we could talk about that. There's a lot of artists that got into producing because they couldn't find a good producer. And I run into a lot of that because they don't like what's on YouTube, y'all. There are so many people that don't like what's on YouTube. You guys don't get it. Anyway, and vice versa. There's producers like myself that become artists or start rapping or singing on their own stuff because they don't have more artists to work with. And, some of these artists, man, they just, like who we talked about earlier on X, it's like, oh yeah, just send me trap beats. Congratulations, man. Like, what are you about to make that is going to be so groundbreaking, where literally when someone asks you, oh yeah, what do you want me to send you? What would you like for me to work on? What would you like for me to create for you? What would you like, what sort of catalog, what sort of playlist? And their response is one word: trap. I can't imagine that project's going to go anywhere. I can't imagine that project's going to go anywhere unique or creative or groundbreaking or interesting. Just interesting, even. Like, just give a little bit more direction than just trap. Like, I don't think you're going to get anyone pushing the envelope for you too much with that type of response. But yeah, I lost a sale on 2 exclusive beats because I happened to say, yeah, I made those with stock. And he literally told me, he was like, I just have a recommendation for the future. Don't, if you're trying to sell exclusive beats for the amount that you charge, don't tell them that you made it with stock plugins. I was like, all right, man. But, as a producer, I know if someone told me that they made beats that sound like my beats with stock plugins, I'd be like, right on. Like, I wouldn't not buy a beat because I used citrus, I wouldn't not buy a beat because flex was the the main instrument, like that's stupid.